D driving.
This is 10 rock and metal musicians who killed somebody. Stefan,
Hey,
you are a metal guy
I can admit to that, absolutely.
and you're a rock guy at the same time.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you
Rockin'
can
guy.
either co-sign or not co-sign on this list. I'm going to let you be the one to tell me if this is a good list.
I will let you know each one, and if I have some detail about it, I'll even throw it in there.
Number 10, Jim Gordon. 1970s rock musician Jim Gordon was the drummer in Derek and the Dominoes and was also known for performing alongside George Harrison, Joe Cocker, John Lennon, Steely Dan, Alice Cooper, and the Beach Boys.
Eric Clapton.
As well as the Monkees. Yeah, and Eric Clapton.
Yeah, everybody.
Sadly, he suffered from undiagnosed schizophrenia and had to give up his music career by 1980s as his mental health worsened.
Cocaine.
He heard voices in his head, and on June 3rd, 1983, Gordon tragically murdered his own mother, 72-year-old Osa Marie Gordon, during a schizophrenic episode.
Well, he was living with his mom.
He bludgeoned her with a hammer before fatally stabbing her with a butcher knife. Gordon claimed the voices in his head made him do it, and sentenced to life in a psychiatric prison.
Cocaine.
Gordon recalled, "When I remembered the crime, it's kind of like a dream. I can remember going through what happened in that space and time, and it seems kind of detached, like I was going through it on some other plane. It didn't seem real."
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's hardcore, man.
Beasts of Satan. Beasts of Satan were a heavy metal group in Busto Arizio.
What country is that?
Want to try that one again?
Busto
Is that Brazil? One more time.
Arcesio.
It's either
Arcesio.
Arcesio.
It's near
absolutely.
Mulan.
It's near Burbank.
Why didn't you just fucking say it?
It's near Burbank.
They carried out 3 satanic ritual murders in 1998 following a night of drug-fueled sex and heavy metal music in the woods.
So a regular night in 1998?
Yeah, pretty much black metal. That's pretty much what they did.
The party turned deadly under the full moon. 19-year-old Chira Marino was stabbed to death, and her 16-year-old boyfriend, Fabio Tolis, was bludgeoned to death with a hammer as he tried to save her.
So Saturday night in 1988?
Yeah, that's non-cocaine.
That's not
not cocaine.
That's just people.
That's just black metal, dude.
That's just what the Christians were doing in 98.
Yeah.
All right, number 8, Varg Vikernes.
Sure.
All right, Norwegian black metal musician Varg was convicted of murdering Mayhem guitarist Eurominus in 1993. Mayhem band members were accusing Varg of burning down.
This is the McGillicuddy. This is the McGillicuddy story.
3 Christian churches when he denied he denied through the support of the arson attacks. In 1991, Varg became one of the most influential black metal acts, and he went on solo with his own music.
Well, he was in Mayhem when he was an influence. Mayhem was like the biggest black metal band in the world, and they definitely did a lot of church burning.
Euro metal doesn't fuck around. They're not
They don't. Those
It's
guys
Norwegian.
are fucking hardcore.
They're like, yeah, they have a problem.
They're fucking tall, too. They're like...
Well, they wear those high boots and shit, and they look all crazy.
Are those little Viking motherfuckers?
Well, these aren't really Vikings. These are black metal guys. They're just like
it's a little different.
Norway and stuff. Like, if you like their music, they hate you.
Hey, you like my music? Fuck you.
Oh, did you like it? I hate it.
You fucking little
What the fuck is wrong with you? Why
Yeah.
you
Duh,
waste your
you
life?
gay.
Stand it.
You've loved
believe in
Jesus.
Yeah,
Ugh.
put my dick in your asshole.
Yeah, we believe
Number
in
7, Keith Moon, the Who drummer from the Who. Keith Moon was cleared of all drunk driving charges following the death of his chauffeur and bodyguard, 24-year-old Cornelius Bolin, in 1970. Moon tried to escape in his Bentley after an angry mob of skinheads attacked him as he left a bar with his wife and friends in England. The mob tried to overturn the car, and in commotion, Bolin left the vehicle, leaving Moon to take the wheel. Bolin either then stumbled or was forced in front of the car and was crushed under the wheels.
Damn.
It's just
I didn't even know about that. Number 6, Vince Neil. Oh, shit.
Everyone knows about this one.
What is this one?
He killed the drummer of Roz from Hanoi Rocks when they were driving he lost control of the car and fucking got in a car accident, and Raz died.
All right. Neil was sentenced to 30 days behind bars, but was granted early release for good behavior.
That's it.
He said, "I wrote a
What the
$2.5
fuck?
million check
What year was that?
for vehicular
Late
manslaughter
80s.
when
okay,
Razzle
late 80s,
died.
yeah.
It's after
I should've-
Theater of Pain.
I should have gone to prison. I definitely deserve to go to prison. But I did 30 days in jail and got laid and drank beer because of that's the power of cash."
He didn't.
That's
he
something
didn't
I would
really.
say if I got in trouble.
He didn't really go to jail that long. He was under house arrest because he
Getting
was a rock
blowjobs on
star.
house arrest.
Oh,
Fucking
dude, yeah, he was calling
being rich and
strippers
white helps,
over.
huh?
They were having poker games in
What
the
year
fucking
was it
living
again?
room. 89.
Oh, so it wasn't her?
Not yet.
Kidding. Come
She
on.
was still drinking at the time,
Come
but
on,
it wasn't her.
I was 1 year old.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But
Here's your bottle, Bud Light.
Here's a fucked up story
You have a
about
photo of
that.
me double fisting with a
After all that
This.
happened, he was waiting arraignment for trial.
What the fuck?
nasty.
I was at the Roxy with one of my friends, and we were partying, and Vince Neil came out, and he was fucked up, and he got behind the wheel of a Chevy Malibu.
And just took off?
Yeah.
Sounds like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked right at me, too, and he just was like all fucked up. And then he
I'd
got in
drive
the
if I
car.
want to.
Well, fuck, man.
I did do a hit and run once.
All
That's the prize
What?
no one.
Thank
Number
Not-
5,
not
Phil
this one, not the
Spector.
recent time.
Phil
Thank you.
Spector.
Oh yeah.
Record producer and musician Phil Spector was known for producing chart-topping hits like "To Know Him Is to Love Him" by the Teddy Bears, "You've Lost That Love and Feeling" by the Righteous Brothers, "My Sweet Lord," George Harrison. Then the morning of February 3rd, 2003 changed everything when the body of 40-year-old actress Lana Clarkson was found slumped over in a chair with a single gunshot wound to her mouth at Spector's California mansion. According to prosecution, following a night of heavy drinking, Clarkson tried to leave the mansion at 5 a.m., but Spector flew into a fit of rage and killed her, leaving her teeth scattered across the floor. They told the court that Lana was simply the latest in a very long line of women who had suffered abuse at the hands of Phil Spector. Phil Spector was a genius, though.
Was he?
I think so.
Well,
He changed music.
Okay, so he produced it. He didn't really write it.
But that's... do you know about the Wall of Sound?
Yeah, I know about the wall.
He
of Sound.
created that.
Okay.
Yeah, but
And-
the whole murdering women thing kind of like.
No, I know it negates it. I'm not co-signing him. I think he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he used to like to bite women.
Like, I mean, if everybody knew that Leonardo da Vinci had murdered the Mona Lisa, it'd be a totally different fucking thing there.
yeah, but Titanic was so great, of a movie. So
what does that have to do with Leonardo da Vinci?
exactly.
Another thing is, he
damn.
would put guns to the Beatles' head. He would just come inside a room and put his guns down. He would carry everywhere he went.
Well,
he was a
I
fucking
mean, I can't
tyrant.
blame him for that. I probably would have shot the Beatles too. Just
Someone did shoot the beetle.
Ugh. All right.
I mean,
I don't even know who this person is. This is probably another.
first Beatle shooter.
All right. This is a French guy. Bert Rand
Backrack.
Cantant. This is he is celebrated as the Jim Morrison of French rock. Bloody bloody.
It's
He's-
French? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Next.
2007, he was released on parole, attempting to slap the timer in bed. However,
Do you know this guy?
He had influence and 19 blows to the head.
French guy.
I don't know. This guy
No.
ends up fucking up some dude and just beating the fuck out of this girl. And then he got off. So, Joe Meek was one of the most influential sound engineers of all time. He was recognized for an individual artist,
I thought they were
first-
talking about heavy metal musicians,
rock as well.
Just rock.
but this guy's not a musician.
He's
He's,
just
a
a
yeah. He's
What
a
is he?
tech.
Yeah.
Just stagehand.
Well,
Let's see.
maybe the list,
Oh, it's gonna get
maybe
better.
they
Okay.
ran out of,
He died. All right.
significant events.
Meek would never personally receive such an honor as he died following a murder-suicide in his home in London. He flew into a fit of rage and killed his landlady, Violet Shenton, with a single-barreled shotgun. Then he turned the gun on himself, ending his life at 37.
God damn.
Cocaine.
I remember 37. It didn't seem like it was that bad.
Bobby,
Yeah, but when you've been all coked out and your reality's all crazy and
I
shit.
was pretty fucking coked. 37.
But these guys are rock stars, so they're way
no,
more
I
coked.
don't
bro.
think I was doing coke when I was 37.
Bobby Beausoleil. Bobby Beausoleil
Oh, the
was
baseball player.
a
That's
guitarist
yeah.
in the band Grassroots before the members went on to form psychedelic rock group known as love. The name changed to avoid confusion. Okay. Beausoleil took a different path and became part of cult leader Charles Manson's family. Manson himself was a failed rock star as well. In 1969, Manson orders Beausoleil broke into the home of music teacher Gary Hinman and tortured him for 3 days before fatally stabbing him in the chest twice. Hinman had become close friends with the Manson family and decided that would prove deadly. As the family recalled, he played at Carnegie Hall, and he just got with the wrong crowd.
Fuck.
He befriended Manson and was a very generous soul. He just got in with the wrong crowd.
Can I interrupt you for a second? I mean, it's like, is it fair to call Charles Manson a failed musician?
Yeah, that's where his anger came from.
But is that kind of okay? So he was legitimately.
So Charlie
songwriter?
Manson at the time was
I don't know,
really
Tom
doing good. He was killing it at the clubs in L.A. He was like a total Sunset
So he was like big
Strip
shit.
rock star.
Okay.
He was like he was right in the top where like record companies were going to do another swoop on that area and take off. But all the shit that went down with him and Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys,
Yes.
the record deal didn't go through. The producer says, we're not interested right now in this. Charlie took it personal and blamed Brian Wilson. And that's when Wilson used to live at the Sharon Tate house before Sharon moved in there, before Polanski bought it. Mm-hmm. And he went over there to fucking have it out with Brian Wilson and fucking get in his face and get all pissed off. He went there and knocked on the door, and Sharon Tate answered and goes, oh, I guess they don't live here anymore, thanks. Then took off and then decided to come back and get revenge on Sharon Tate.
Do you think just for shits and giggles?
For
drugs and drugs?
Yeah.
Do you think if he got picked up, the whole thing would have been different?
It would have been a different story.
So all that shit.
There's no guarantee he wouldn't have been a rock star doing crazy shit, but
like that whole murders and the thing.
Yeah, his taste for revenge wouldn't have been the same.
What songs did Brian Wilson steal from Marilyn Manson?
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think he
look
stole.
it up.
I don't think he stole a song.
That's what I heard.
Charlie has some demos out that are really good. That little girl's song. It's kind of creepy, but it's like a pop song from that era.
Like Oyo Boyko.
Cease to exist. Never learned not to love. Okay, that's what Wilson changed the lyrics and tune to name it "Never Learn Not to Love." So whatever that song is. You want to hear it real fast?
Yeah, play it
No,
so
I
we
don't
got
wanna
creeped
hear it.
out.
I want to get through
Never learn to love.
Do you know this song?
Sing it. Put your hands up.
I don't know this song.
Everybody now learn to love.
Put your hands down. You're embarrassed.
Because I'm Charlie Manson and I'm all mad right now.
Don't do shit like that. You get the cool spot and you're doing that shit. Don't fucking do it.
I feel like you're like my conscience.
What?
Or my what is it?
The angel and the
Yeah.
Just don't.
good
worry
angel,
about
bad
all
angel.
Never heard this song before.
Cool.
All right,
Big
and
time.
number one. Does anybody want to take a guess to number one song or number
Is
one
it
person?
Johnny Cash?
No, it's
No,
not Johnny Cash.
Is it Hillary Clinton?
No, it's punk rock,
Oh.
Is it Bill
sort
Clinton?
of. Yeah,
Punk rock.
Sid Vicious.
Oh,
Sid Vicious.
weak.
October
all
12th,
commercial.
1978, the body of 20-year-old Nancy Spungen was discovered on the bathroom floor of the Chelsea Hotel in New York. She had suffered a single stab wound in the abdomen. Her boyfriend, Sex Pistols rock star Sid Vicious, was arrested on suspicion of murder. The events were reported as follows. At 2:30 a.m., Spungen had asked Sid Vicious' bodyguard to get some Dilaudid, an opioid painkiller.
Of course.
At around 7:30,
Go down to the store and give me some Dilaudid, bro.
Yeah, dude.
the
What, you
sound
gonna
of a
murder
female
someone
in
later?
distress
Go to CBS real quick.
could be heard coming from the room. Only Vicious and Spungen shared. At 10 o'clock, Sid Vicious called the receptionist to ask for help as Spungen's body found slumped over in the bathroom sink. Vicious confessed to the crime, but then later recanted his confession and claimed he had been asleep the whole time. In 1979, Vicious was released on bail, and days later, his mother found his lifeless body in bed. He had overdosed on heroin at 21 years old. The punk rocker was never tried for the murder of Nancy.
Because he's white and rich, probably.
Who?
So-
Sid Vicious?
No?
No,
Oh.
because he killed himself. You didn't pay attention?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they just.
Oh,
hadn't
they were
gotten
going to
that
bust
far.
him, but he died?
Yeah, he was
He
out on
OD'd.
bail.
Oh, because his probably conscience got to him.
He was out on bond, and
His conscience.
Mm-hmm.
zeroed himself.
His Ansel?
Yeah.
All right. So what I take from this is, does anybody know how to get Dilaudid?
I don't think they make those anymore, do they?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Can you get some?
It's probably all.
This is the Red Light Dishes Show. I'm going to do some Dilaudid, and we'll see you right back with our girl, Bonnie. Holla. At this point right here is where I would put the bumpers. If you had done them. Boop. Right
This
there.
is where you should put the fake crowd clapping and shit.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm doing it. Look at it. All right, let's bring it.